Hi.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
Oberon.
We'll get to that in a minute.
And me, Banshee. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
I do love the deck, Violet. Out of all the many decks I have, it surely rates at least my 20th favorite. No, I
Ignore
like it a lot.
him.
I like it a lot.
Ignore him.
Yes, there is Sunny. Let's distract with Sunny.
Oh my goodness, we're in for some weather, but it's really weird how they can show the entire lower peninsula. Okay, I'm going to hold the hand up of the state, lower peninsula being a mess, except for this little part over here, like right here-ish.
Is that where
Detroit
we're at?
and like where we're at. And almost right into the water. I mean, we're very lucky in some ways, but in other ways, we're not. So we'll see what happens. We're only going to get 1 to 3 inches, where some of the state could get 12 inches or more. And blizzard-like conditions, high winds. It's going to be a big mess. Here we're going to have snow, 1 to 3 inches, and then we're going to have rain. And then it's going to snow again. And it's going to be 50 mile per hour wind gusts.
Yikes.
It's so complicated, but such a little swath. And so the weather person was already warning us that if this line of rain moves one way or the other, it could change our snow totals. So we'll see what happens.
Not borrowing any trouble on that one, Violet. Hey, Sunny.
Well, anyway,
Let's do our card for the day.
it's crazy. I'm just worried about the power more than anything because we're facing an Arctic blast this week that's really going to dip temperatures down. The Lions on Sunday are going to be playing in I don't know, I think the temps will be in the teen and wind chills below that at night when they're playing. It's going to be, cold.
They get paid well enough.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't know. I sort of had this feeling it was Marcia who said it, but I can't remember now. And
Yeah, we were trying to remember. We thought for sure somebody said, "Oh, my birthday is blah blah
birthday
day."
reading. Yeah, but I don't know. Well, at any rate, I am reading with the Season of the Witch Imbolc Oracle. I just pulled it out this week for a card of the day for today, Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be in the teens at the daytime and nighttime in the single digits. We could go below 0 one of those days, at least. Oh, sigh. Well, we have candle dressing.
Don't know. I thought it was in addition to him, but we don't know. We just can't remember.
No, it was somebody who said, hey, it's my birthday too. And we said we would do one, but I can't remember who it was. Anyway,
So there it is, candle dressing.
number 12. And maybe I'm just imagining things. Who knows? All right, it was upright. So the keywords are setting intentions, clarity, asking for what you want. The candle dressing card wants you to understand what you want, how much your dreams and desires are truly your own. Are they crafted out of what is expected of you, or are these self-aware, intentional choices you have made for yourself, irrespective of the noise of social conditioning, and irrespective of the noise of the sassy cat meowing in the background? Okay. Receiving this card suggests a lack of clarity, not because you don't know what you want, but because you're perhaps too afraid to claim it. The fear of what others might think or say is paralyzing you, preventing you from clearly stating your desires. You're being guided to clear out any outdated beliefs about yourself, evaluating truth of your wants and desires. When you do this work, you'll find things naturally fall into place, and what you are meant to have will glide into your life. Manifestation will happen with greater ease, and doubt will be diminished. So this card in its most positive expression guides you to dream big. Remove the concept of impossible from your mind and entertain all of your wildest dreams. You may be surprised by how quickly things can come together when you ask and believe. And you're clear about your intentions, you know. Clarity is so important, is it not? Mr. O?
Estelle says yesterday was their birthday.
Oh. I don't remember that it was a cell, but we could do a reading.
Sure.
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Right after we finish this. And I know you heard and paid attention to some of that.
I did, but
Okay.
I'm also trying to monitor.
So again, I was saying that, you know, clarity is so important when setting intentions and asking for something, you know, the universe to help you manifest something.
That's very nice, thank you.
All right, hand it over. He has nothing to say.
I don't, because I don't know this card. It's the first time I've ever seen it. Don't be that way.
All right. Go ahead, take that. You take charge of that. Do something. All right.
Happy birthday, Estelle.
Happy birthday, Asel. We will do this birthday gift reading for you. It's good for the entire year. And you know it's at the start of this show, so you might want to mark the date on the calendar, whatever. You know it's the day after your birthday. And you can come back and look at it anytime. You may use one of your decks.
I don't really feel it. Did you want to pick one, or can I?
No, I think you should.
Okay, fine. You're welcome.
Ah. I have my hands full. And I'm just going to look and pay attention to you. Yeah. Ah. Look at you. He's just been really adorable today. Except when he went after Shadow.
Okay, Estelle, card 1 is the gift you received last year that you can use to make the most of this year. And it is the reversed temperance. So it may be last year you felt that things made you feel very impatient, very imbalanced, and it's that realization maybe that there's a struggle going on to either balance the energies and the kind of ideas you're trying to get ahead in your life, or the actual busyness of your life. But you were really impatient maybe about a lot of things, or impatience seemed to be what came of that. And that's that lesson that you learn, that you can try to understand what being patient or impatient will actually do for you.
I think the lesson you can take from last year into this year is how you realize that life is so much better when you can have things in more balance, in more harmony. Some of us, and, I don't know you, but some of us like to live on an edge. They like to have that edge, and things are a little bit chaotic and stressful, but, for some people, they can handle that. But if you're not one of those people, like many of us are not, even me as an Aries, I'm not totally thrilled with that idea. You've taken the lesson into this year that balance is the key, trying to maintain harmony in the different areas of your life. No excess in one place or the other, especially where our health is concerned.
So therefore, card 2 is the gift of the present moment. And it is the Fool upright.
Wow.
And the gift of the present moment may suggest that you should feel relaxed about taking certain chances, that you should feel that there is adventure afoot for you, that there is a chance at maybe a good challenge for yourself, things like that.
So, you just recently moved, right? I remember you talking about that. I think it was you. And so you're still experiencing, I really feel almost the gift of the present moment is to really dive in, to adventure. Do some things that are new to you or different, maybe meet new people, in your area or where you live, and do some things that are a little bit out of your comfort zone. Because moving in and of itself, number one, can put us out of our comfort zone a little bit. So.
Well, it's also just basically the idea that, some things will seem like a good chance for you to take, and use your instinct to kind of, take some good chances when you feel they can work out for you.
There you go.
All right, so card 3 is the gift from your connections with others in the next year. And so these are people these are people in your family or your workplace or where you worship at or go to school or friends of any sort. And it is the reversed 9 of Swords. Did you want to go first this time?
That will help work on dreams and goals. It's really,
No, it's the gift from your connections with others.
Oh, the connection with others. This is a really good card to get here, I think, for you, Asel, because it's saying that you might, be able to make new connections more easily, maybe since you've made this move, or with maybe some other changes in your life. It looks as though anxieties and stress eases, and you seem more relaxed around people or in this environment now, or will be.
It feels that way. It feels that basically what has come with your connection to others is maybe a way to also look at what was happening in the first card, that sense of imbalance and impatience, and say, like, if there were any anxieties or worries that were tied up with that, these influences of other people or situations maybe are helping you realize maybe they're not as bad, or that, there are ways to kind of deal with those frustrations or anxieties. So card 4 is the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams or goals. And it's the 2 of Cups reversed. The 2 of Cups is reversed. So this may be saying sometimes, despite other cards here like the Fool, that you do have to rely on yourself sometimes for your own goals, and that sometimes you may not always harmonize or feel you can trust everyone with exactly how you want to articulate or move forward on your goals or how you express yourself about them. So some of this may be saying too that you're also just really in a search for those benevolent kind of persons or situations that would be better allies for your goals.
Well, this is a very interpersonal card. It often speaks of arguments or breakups between people. I like what he said there about that, that you could, excuse me, cat hair, you could, you may have to work on goals on your own. They are your own after all. And sometimes we have to push our own agendas. But what I really think this might be saying is that, I'm looking at it in a little bit of a different way here. I'm looking at this as far as your goals, your passions, your desires. It's possible in this year ahead, you may realize that some of your goals just are unrealistic or not really going to work out for you. And so maybe you have to let some of your goals go and focus on the ones that really are going to, that you feel more comfortable with, that you feel you can handle, that you feel that you will succeed at. Sometimes we decide to do things and we get in over our heads. And I'm sort of feeling that way with this card here.
I like that. That's a pretty interesting thing there for us to consider.
You can thank my therapy cat for that.
All right. So then card 5 takes us to the gift from your spirit guides or your ancestors or anyone else that's not on this plane of existence. What do they want you to know, Asel? or to keep in mind in the next year. And we have the Five of Cups reversed.
Oh.
And that's actually a pretty nice card, the Five of Cups reversed. It's not bad. It may be saying that there have been spirit voices or voices of the ancestors or connections you feel, if not anything else, that maybe have been a little bit downplayed for a while. Maybe those voices have been quieter inside of you, but that may be changing, and that you may feel that people who are spirit guides to you or memories of good ancestor lessons, things, are going to kind of come back to you or fill you with some sense of direction and purpose.
What they want you to know or keep in mind in this year ahead is actually they're telling you that new opportunities are coming your way. Doors are now open for you to achieve something or to move forward in some area of your life. New opportunities are coming. And I guess, too, what they're saying here, in a way, I almost feel it goes hand in hand with this card over here, Acel, because they're saying that, you may have to let some things go, like we said here, and don't be disappointed because you're walking towards new opportunities now that are coming your way. You can look forward to more growth in your life once you let some things go that maybe you're spending too much time on and not getting the results you'd hoped for.
That was nice.
Thank you.
All right, card 6. The gift this year ultimately gives to you. What lessons have you learned, or what progress or growth have you achieved or will you achieve by the year's end? And that is by your birthday next year. And it is the upright Queen of Swords, and I'm inclined to say better choices in fashion, because this outfit looks hideous, or it looks like a man wearing it. I don't know. Never mind, not going there. So the Queen of Swords, what is the gift the year ultimately brings to you? And I think it's confidence in yourself. I think it's trusting your ability to make sound judgments, reasoned judgments. I think it's your ability to understand and interpret or integrate all the information you need to make certain choices, especially if they're about business, but also about your personal life and other matters.
Well, the Queen of Swords at the end here is indicating to me that ultimately the gift that you receive from this year is that making better choices, making hard decisions, to maybe not pursue some things, put them aside and go after things that are really, more worthy of you, or that you are more likely to succeed at, is going to serve you well. It seems like you're making the right choices now, and you're moving yourself forward. It really does seem to almost stem from, I don't know why, but I'm getting this feeling it stems from this adventure, this Fool card, that you're willing to embrace and take some chances now, some risks, that, that you're feeling less anxious about things, that, that here you're willing and able to let some things go if they are no longer serving you. And I'm not going to rule out that it could be people, that you just are hanging out with a new crowd and letting some other people go, because clearly there is opportunities for growth for you now in this year ahead. And it's all going to wrap up into being a very forward-moving experience, and also, you will learn a lot from what you go through in this year ahead.
I think that Banshee's right. The Fool is the pivotal card, the gift of the present moment. It gives you the confidence to be plucky enough to say, I'm going to try some things. And your connections with new people you're meeting, this moment of, it sort of reflects to the idea of you're moving, you're being in a new place. New connections, people helping you get through anxieties, and maybe making you realize these are things you can do on your own to await opportunities or situations that the ancestors maybe are funneling towards you. And then ultimately to realize you are strong enough to decide which way you really want to go.
Let's
You're
just see
welcome.
if the Lenormand can give you a little bit more of a focus point for, or maybe just a theme. We'll see what it says. But that's your birthday reading. You can refer to this anytime. Happy birthday to you. Wow.
So our first Lenormand for you is the Moon, and then the Whip.
Well, that's positive on a couple of fronts here. I'm not sure which way it's going to go because I don't see real specific business or romantic things in the cards, even with this Two of Swords here, or Cups. And it's because of where it fell in the reading. What I think, though, is that this year will bring some things to you. It's either going to be some success in love or business. And I think here what this is saying is really, if you want to achieve this success in either of these areas, you have to be willing to go for it. You know, you have to be a little bit aggressive. And you have to be willing to go all in, you know, whatever your pursuits are, whatever your goal is. Yeah, well, push me around. Jeez. So that's what we have for you. Do you have anything to add to the Lenormand?
No, I like that. I feel like this is probably a little bit of, you know, personal connections, building relationships, maybe romance, or some business stuff. So good luck with all that.
Good luck with that. All right, we're on V for the regular reading now. Who's coming towards me the rest of January in love?
You're welcome.
All right. I'm going to be using my Mind's Eye Tarot. Can you, just trying to keep it from his flailing tail. Oh, my God.
And now he's watching himself on...
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Well, he was. Now he's looking away. Like, I know you're talking about me.
Okay. Okay. Huh. The first card, the Lovers reversed.
Dang.
The second card, the Knight of Cups reversed. Didn't we tell you something was going to happen in January? I don't know.
I don't remember, but it seems like it was better last time. What's
don't do that. He went for my screen again. And then we have the Empress reversed. Oh, boy. Guess I'll start this. Sonny, you just stop it. Now you've got me angry. All right.
Okay, we do have the birds in Lenormand, as well as the clouds. And the cloud's brighter side is facing towards...
Well, even so, I got to look at the nature of all of these cards to say, I don't know, V. It looks like suddenly January looks to be a rather dry month. In that this, well, it just seems like things appear disappointing. And it could be because they're stagnating, there's no movement, and maybe this is a better time served to just take care and pamper yourself during this month ahead, because it just seems like relationships at this time, if anything did come your way, would be very unsatisfying. And I know I'm kind of cutting to the chase on this one, but it's really pretty clear with the Knight of Cups reversed here that there's disappointment in love this month. And with the clouds and the birds here, I'm just going to add that I feel that it's hard to connect with people this month. It's hard to connect in a meaningful way.
that could be what's going on. I feel there is something really kind of out here. Like I get the feeling like you might have, like a date with somebody. Maybe it's set up for you, or maybe, you just decide to agree to somebody's date, or you suggest and they agree, and it seems like it's a bad choice and it doesn't work out. And this person probably will play the friend card or just even disappear totally. That's the Knight of Cups reversed. But I just sort of feel like it's a bad choice. It doesn't work out at all for some reason. No real chemistry, whatever it is. Somebody said the wrong thing at the wrong time. I get a sense of that in a way. The Empress reversed, I think Banshee's right. I think this is the month, January's a cold month. Take an extra bubble bath here or there, and pamper yourself. Get ready for Valentine's Day. February will hopefully be better.
Yeah, this is just not a good sign this week. I mean, you could check in on Sunday and see if conditions have changed, but right now they're looking kind of like my sky outside, gray.
I agree. It's about connecting, and even the idea of maybe, I agree with you, the idea of connecting.
Okay.
Maybe even the idea of this date thing that doesn't work out is maybe that. It's like the signals just don't quite come across, or the timing just isn't going to work out.
Either that or it gets canceled or delayed. I mean, there's that prospect too at some of these cards here. So I don't want to beat a dead horse. I hate to. Yeah. Sorry, V. Wish I had better news for you.
Let's try it again some other time. All right.
General reading for the next 6 months. Okay.
Look what I got, Violet. I got the Egyptian Art Nouveau. I decided to bring my ancient cultures out tonight. So in addition to the Egyptian Art Nouveau, I have the Olympus Tarot, and I have the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. So I have Egyptian, Greco, and Norsish. I'm taking this deck to work on Saturday. I work Saturday morning, so happy hours later.
Oh, gosh, we were supposed to remind everybody at the top of the show. So, just a reminder, happy hour will be late on Saturday.
4 o'clock.
4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where Mr. O's working the morning shift, which may be a good thing, may be a bad thing, considering the weather we're going to have.
The show will go on.
Oh, the show will go on, so long as we have power. We don't know what this storm is going to bring. Fingers crossed.
Okay, so this was a general for the next 6 months for Lena.
Yep.
And our first card is the Three of Swords, and it's upright.
Okay.
And the next card is the King of Swords. Yes.
Upright?
Which is upright. And then the next card is the... I think that's the Page. Oh my goodness.
Page of what?
Wands.
Okay.
Because there's no horse.
Well, Lenormand, I pulled this first. The Fish and the Child. So it is interesting you have a page there in a way with child too. Well, Lena, a couple things here.
Go on.
You may, well, I didn't want to lean this all towards one thing like finance or business, But I do see some things here, maybe in your interpersonal and business world, but I'm going to focus on business with these cards for the moment. Because I feel here that this King of Swords is kind of pivotal here, in that I think you have a very important decision you're going to have to make. And I think in some ways there's something kind of that's going to cause you pain about this decision. Do you have to leave a job that that you've enjoyed, or the company of people, to move somewhere? Or do you have to, like I said, leave a job and you're disappointed, it's a hard decision to make? However, it brings new opportunities for you. There's new growth here and a positive new beginning for you that could potentially bring you, modest increases in your finances. It might put you in a position where step by step, in other words, it might be a stepping stone to better financial conditions. I'm going to stop there, but then I'm going to go through an interpersonal reading once Mr. O goes through his.
Well, I like what Banshee said about the top 3 cards, and so I feel like the bottom Lenormands then suggests that after you decide how you're concluding this or making this decision, it really will be taking small steps towards that success that is there in the choice you took. And that really, this is saying maybe for new opportunities to unfold to you, you may have to make a choice about leaving a situation or separating from a situation. And most likely it is probably business, but it could have farther reaching, conclusions, because it might be business, but it might affect everything else about your life.
So personally, though, since this is a general reading, I was kind of picking up on that Ace of Wands as a possible new relationship happening for you. However,
the Page of Wands?
Yeah, the Page of Wands, that's what I said. The Page of
Ace.
Wands, possible new relationship happening for you, but ultimately you decide, you have to let it go. There's something that's not right about it. I don't know what it could be. It might be that you may find that this person may be seeing more than, just you. They may be dating you, but they may be dating others, for example, or have somebody on the side. It's kind of what I'm feeling with the Child and the fish here. There could be something going on, but or maybe just a lack of honesty. Something makes you want to part ways with them. I just had that feeling too, but I'm leaning stronger to the more business financial thing happening for you. However, it was a general reading and I kind of saw that too, so I thought I should point it out.
Well, it is possible that anything that promotes an actual move of some sort physically, or just to another job that puts you in a different location to some degree, could involve the separation between someone or something that you really have strong feelings about, and that this may not, feel really great. It may be something you'll have to work your way through.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
I almost feel like you like this deck more than me, Violet. Maybe you should get it too.
Haha.
But see, I wasn't thinking the idea about anything to do with the cards, but now you've given me an idea. Like I could do a show about the wisdom of ancient wisdom,
The wisdom of ancient
wisdom. Yes, come on and get it. And I could have these Egyptian cards, and then the Norse cards, and the Greco-Roman cards, and then I could probably throw in some other mystical cards too.
Okay, so we are on
Libra. What's coming towards them?
My reading?
Yeah, sure, why not? Thank you for helping me have it. Would it be a one-off or would it be a recurring show? Would Banshee be able to help me?
I don't know. Seems a little vague to me.
Well, we were talking about an idea that, sometimes it seems like the shows we do together, even if they're one-offs, like an unboxing, if we do them together, it gets more views than if we do them separately. So we were thinking maybe we should find a way to do another show together.
Well, we have to do our predictions video soon, I hope. I really want to put that on the front burner.
We'll use ancient Chinese wisdom for that one. Well, maybe. You noticed it too, then.
All right.
It's something about our charming rapport and the occasional delving into the no bickering zone.
Okay, so what's coming towards Libra? Well, it's the Seven of Wands reversed. So that's coming towards you. So basically it's about, feeling like you're on the defensive over something. I don't know if it's a particular situation, an argument that, that ensues, or just a situation puts you on a defensive posture. It's never good to be in that state of mind. But it seems as though somebody is trying to, or something is putting you in that position.
It certainly feels like something feels like it's attacking you. So the feeling that something is attacking you or is struggling with you is coming towards you.
So why is that important? Oh, it's the King of Swords. Well, I guess it's important.
Well, is it important because somebody has a mission to take control of something, whether that's taking control of you, an external, or part of what you do, or is it you taking control of something?
Right, it's a positive card in this position, but this is not. So what does this mean is, why are we telling you that you are being, why is what's coming towards you, you're being attacked is what we told you. Generally speaking, it may not be like attack, but why is this important is because you're going to be put in a position of having to, defend yourself, number one, which I think the King of Swords can do quite well at, so you'll be at your intellectual best in order to do that. And also, so I think you'll be able to manage it. And you will probably have some important decisions to make or moves to make because of this.
Yes, it's important because there's a bit to take control of and to sort things out. You're going to be sorting things out. You're going to be kind of using the sword to say, okay, this is over here and this is over here and so on.
So where is this heading? I like this. It's the Six of Coins. Where's this heading is to fairness, to equanimity, to getting, what you deserve instead of, being put on the defensive. Everything sort of evens out. So I think what this is saying is you may be being put on the defensive, but you have to stand up for yourself. Don't make excuses. Don't rationalize anything. Stand up for yourself, and don't allow yourself to be put in that position by anyone. And, I think ultimately you will be treated fairly.
I think it represents like it's more than a truce or even a compromise. It's sort of like saying, no, you've just made yourself equal. You've made yourself totally viable to the other part of the equation. So I like that. So here's our Lenormand then.
Excuse me. I didn't sleep well last night again.
The bridge.
Nice.
And what is being bridged? The mice.
Wow.
So maybe this is saying that your difficulties are not really that major, not major enough that you won't be able to put yourself over on the other side from them.
Whatever it is, it's just a petty, it's annoying, it's irritating, but it will pass. and you will be able to reach a compromise or some kind of agreement, or, things will work out in the end. I think that bridge here is saying that. And of course, the mice, they're just like little, this is going to be annoying. This could be really irritating that you've been put in this position, but you'll come through this okay. Everything seems pretty even, Steven. My goodness, it really does.
Nice job.
I like that. I saw what you said there, Violet. I love this deck. I really do.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it's beautiful. Wonderful. All right. We weren't buffering on our end, so oops. All right, so Sun Empress Aries is up,
All
and
right,
Sun
Sun.
Empress says, what's the possibility of me moving to Chicago this year? If not Chicago, it will probably be somewhere, because I really want to move. I definitely want to move.
Well, let's see what the cards say about moves in general, but how do we want to do this about Chicago this year?
Well, let's pull 3.
One of my Twitter followers just told me they got a place in Chicago, and they just got a new job, a great job. So I'm pretty happy for them. They've
Let's
been wanting
ask
to
it specifically
move
about just that, the possibility of moving to Chicago.
back. Okay.
And I see that, Kara. I'm sorry to hear that. That's bad news. I'm sorry to hear that.
Aw. I guess that's Kara's question next, so.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay, so what is the possibility that Sun Empress Aries can move to Chicago or somewhere? Let's just do it general like that and then see if we need to tighten it up. And I'm using the Uncommon Tarot.
Is that the friend you were worried about, Kara? I remember at some point you were worried about somebody. Okay. But still, it's sad. I mean, that doesn't take that away from it. So sorry.
All right, so your first card, Sun Empress, is the Upright Devil. Your next card is the reversed Nine of Swords. We're getting a little play with the reversed Nine of Swords lately. And then your final card is Justice, but that is also reversed.
But don't panic, because we have the Star. And speaking of moving, we have the Rider.
Yes, and the writer almost always talks about some sort of physical movement, or could be most likely physical.
So what could possibly be, how did you word this?
The possibility that Ari can move to Chicago or somewhere.
Okay.
In
Become
this next
obsessed
year.
with it. Now is the time to totally be obsessed and immerse yourself into this process. The devil is here, I think, for that reason. The devil is saying now is the time to just keep your foot. If you want Chicago, for example, everything you do is all Chicago all the time. Keep looking for jobs, looking for places to live. Get yourself over there. All Chicago, as much as you can. Obviously, you have to make a living until you can get there, but as much as you can, put yourself into this.
Yeah, I like that. I just want to throw that in there because I know people are kibitzing a little bit, but I agree with Banshee here. I think this is about saying full tilt immersion, OCD on the idea.
And I'm going to say that things may seem topsy-turvy. It's always, hey, it's hard enough to move, around in the communities we live in, from place to place, especially if, like us, you accumulate a lot of stuff. And so, the thing is, it gets hard to move sometimes. So there's going to be a lot of imbalance and different things going on back and forth in this process here. Just be sure to to pay attention to, any legal papers you sign for agreements, rent, etc. That everything is the way they should be. It's saying to watch that as well. But I really think what this card is saying is things are going to just seem upended for a while and confusing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the only thing is that your overall feeling of doing it, of being obsessed with it and being involved in the job search and the apartment search is the fact that it actually will relieve anxiety from you or make you feel much more acquainted with the idea once you really get yourself in wet with it. And so the idea maybe that there are some, things to kind of even out. I mean, this doesn't necessarily stand for legal bad news, but it could be saying there's just some things to even out. Maybe there's certain forms or formalities that have to work out. I think it's just a process. I think if I'm jumping ahead, it's really saying, you're working that way.
I left this card for last for a reason because I feel here with these imbalances going on, don't get too stressed out over it. Don't get too anxious about this move. Become obsessed with it. Make it an exciting adventure for you, and not get yourself all anxious about it because, the more stress we put on ourselves in this process, the harder it is to reach our goal. And I feel here, look at the writer is here. If you want to move, move. That's what he's saying. You get it together and do it because your destiny awaits you. Your destiny awaits you in whatever your choice will be. I say it could be Chicago by the looks of this because that's where you really feel more drawn to from all conversations, everything we've had thus far. That's what it seems like. So now you've just got to put yourself totally into the process, and it's going to be an up and down kind of adventure for you. But don't get anxious over it. Enjoy the bumps along the way. That's life.
All right.
Good luck with that.
That was a nice reading. I hope you liked it.
It's never easy. I can just tell you that.
Yeah, we've moved a number of times.
Easy.
It's never easy. Never.
There was a time we moved a lot. And,
You're welcome.
I must have had screws loosed in my head or something. Well, some we really had to move, though. Anyway.
Yes, it really did in a way, too. I mean, I had a little bit of dread with that devil card at first, too, Sun Empress, but this one always figures out what it really means, I think.
Now, sometimes the devil, even upright, depending on the nature of the reading and the cards that are drawn, it can mean different things. I think that the only admonition I would give you here, if there is one, is with that devil and justice reversed. I would say don't become so obsessed, though, that you overlook some minor, some big points, like we talked about with legal papers and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's certain things you're going to have to pay attention to. But other than that, try to just really immerse yourself into this. And I think you can make it happen. Good luck with that.
Well, I don't know if I'm borrowing trouble here, but we might make a new record and be done like almost an hour early.
He jinxed it, Violet, not me.
All right, grab your cards. You're reading for Kara.
Hey, Kara.
Kara. Where's that question?
It was about her friend, right?
What can I do to help her get out of it?
Oh, boy.
Well, we'll see. That's
a tall order. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we see about this situation. Okay. Please don't take this the wrong way. The first card I pull, it's death. Let's look at the whole thing. It's the Five of Swords. Upright. It's the Eight of Swords upright. Wow. You know, remember what we tell you and we tell everybody is we are not doctors. We cannot make diagnoses. You know, this is just a tarot reading. Things are subject to change. Maybe this is bringing up the conditions as they are right now. But let's take a look.
So the first card in Lenormand is the Key.
Okay.
And the second card is the Sun.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's good. But this isn't going to be an easy read, Kara. You know, the Death card is about transformation and change and how some things have to end for new things to begin. Now, we could take that a lot of different ways in a reading like this, you know. It doesn't necessarily, and usually everybody will tell you that the Death card does not mean physical death. However, we've got some uphill battle cards here. You know, the Five of Swords is like this person is in the fight for their life right now. I'm not going to mince words about it. It's a struggle. And sometimes you can walk away from that struggle and sometimes you can't. I'm worried because the Eight of Swords is here. And I'm just wondering if she's going to be in this coma for some period of time. You know, because it just... The Eight of Swords often is a card of how do I want to say this?
Containment.
Well, containment, but it's also, you know, because not necessarily something that people can't get beyond, can't rise above. And so sometimes that's the way I feel here is this person might be able to come through this, but they're definitely contained by this coma. The good news is the Sun and the Key. Really, you know, it's going to depend a lot on what the doctors can come up with to heal her. I feel here the Key is healing. The Key is return to good health, obviously. And that, to me, seems to only be able to come about through the extraordinary measures that are being taken. And also, possibly, too, through prayer. You know, were you going to say that?
I wanted to say that. I really feel like when people are praying or trying to send intention to your friend Lisa, that they should visualize the sun. They should send the sun to her, the sun to wake her up. You know, when I was a kid, my mom used to wake us up by singing that song, When the Red, Red Robin Comes Bob-Bob-bobbing Along. And it was about the sun rising and it was time to wake up. So with intention, that should be the core of prayer work, if you can do that, if anyone can do that.
Well, the sun being about illumination and illuminating thought made me think of prayer as a key. All you can do, really, is probably what you are doing, you know? And she's got a battle on her hands, so any energy that can be sent that way, you know, would be beneficial and would help bolster, you know, her defenses. And hopefully the transition that she will experience will be this return to good health. That's, you know, what I'm
Do you
hoping.
mind if I pull an oracle for Kara from the Dark Light Oracle?
Sure.
They're really nice. I did one
it's not like we don't have time.
I know. We did one for Violet a little while back, and despite their name, they're actually very healing. They're really great ones.
But I'm not sure I'll have much to say on it because I don't know those cards.
Good. Good, you'll be quiet.
Like you didn't know my card.
Good, you'll be quiet. Signs, number 25. Messages are to be seen and heard. I know how to send messages, and I also know how to receive or see them around me. I'm attentive to animals, elements, the moon, the sky, wind, and clouds. I'm appearing to you and sending you this message through my white-winged friend because you are living a very special moment of your life, energetically speaking. You should pay attention to any little detail now. You must trust your intuition and learn to read the signs. There will be many. Trust my word. Remember that there are no coincidences. Nothing happens by chance. Everything has a meaning, and you are being strongly guided. So just spread your antennas and do not miss a sign. The affirmation. Messages are sent to me. I am able to hear and understand them, and I am deeply grateful for this supreme guidance. So this is for you too, saying with your friend, take some time when you can most days and try to just resonate to your friend or to what Spirit may be trying to tell you about that. And that's what we have for you.
Good luck with that.
All right.
Yeah, we're on Violet Lotus already. Boy, we're going to have to call this the Thursday hour.
Good luck, Kara. And I'm going to try
Wishing
to
the best for
invoke
her.
some sun to your friend too. So.
All right. That was my deck, so yes, you deck.
Well, I did the...
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I should use the Egyptian one again, right?
Sure. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Okay. Any particular idea you have here? Just a regular reading? You're welcome. Yes, I am familiar with that kind of idea. I do that a little bit when I'm more in my program, but I do have a meditative kind of program, and I work with Thoth as a gatekeeper. I haven't really done much with that lately.
Well, how do you want to do that?
Well, the basic question is there anyone who's stepping forward who may be like that personality or any guide stepping forward? So it's more a yes or no question, but it might, not like a strict yes or no question, but it might,
I guess. Go ahead and do a yes/no, but
I wasn't gonna, and I was trying to explain why I wasn't gonna. The question itself is basically a yes or no. Do I have any?
I get it. So what do you want to do?
I want to throw 3 cards, which I had already said before you asked me anything. Mrs. No Pickering.
Gosh.
This is an outrage. You're next.
Monster time.
Well, here's a monster for you. It's the reversed King of Cups. No, I'm sorry, that's the Knight of Cups. Sorry. Temperance. You had this one too before, didn't you, Violet? Why do I think with that Egyptian temperance? And then the Page of Cups.
But is that reversed?
Yeah, so you have the Knight and Page of Cups both reversed, and then Temperance in the middle.
I love... What?
I thought you might have. Maybe it wasn't, but I thought you might have. Okay, so the snake appears, and time.
Wow, I'm not sure how to even read that, but I have an immediate epiphany here about these cards. This is the key. All I can tell you about this guide is there is somebody who could come forward and moderate these conflicting energies. And look, wouldn't you say those are conflicting energies?
Right, two
Temperance
reverse.
is right in the middle of this, which I think is highly interesting. I feel like there is something that can harmonize this. Now that's the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups.
Yeah.
So
These are guides that have strong emotional attachments to you, but they occasionally like invert a little bit. Like they love you so much that they end up like not loving you so much. That's why the snake is there, because maybe one of them just has a little bit of their own designs for you, and so occasionally they're a little bit deceptive about how they serve in their role to you.
oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, Mr. O did it.
I'm doing it now.
Yay. Well, I'm glad, because I was very concerned about the way those cards came out. But like I said, death is often transformative. Like, she could wake out of it. And with the Eight of Swords, there's that sense, Kara, that she, could come out of this too if she was able to fight hard enough.
Well, the other thing about the Eight of Swords is that sometimes it's an illusion, and that even if she was in a coma, there's still some sense of herself there that maybe is dreamlike, or it's resting, healing, but it may realize this is not really me. I want to get back to real me. I want to get back to being conscious.
Cool. Good news. Glad to
Maybe
end
so.
this with some
Maybe
good news.
so.
Let's fingers crossed on this. So let's talk about Violet's reading again here. I feel here that this person, or whoever this moderating influence is, will be able to kind of, I don't know. I'm still kind of grappling with the snake energy.
Is this like the scythe? No.
No, that's time. That's time. So that means, there's a time factor involved here. But I'm not sure what it is. It may be that maybe that's why the snake is here. This may take, what it might be saying is, this may take some time to really unravel, I know you don't want to hear that, but it may take some time for this person to be able to pull these people together. I feel, if you don't mind me just referring briefly to that reading we did for you, we had the Five of Wands in that reading. And it really made me feel that there's some that just totally disagree on what they want to see you doing. And that's where I think this person will probably be able to moderate this somehow.
Well, my feeling too is that maybe the reason time is there, along with the snake, is saying some of the stuff has transcended, or it has happened over a number of your lifetimes, with maybe some of these guides being alive at one point for you, or maybe you being in the afterlife being a guide for them. I'm not so sure about that, but I wonder if it's a possibility. And that's, so some of this has been going on for more than one lifetime, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
And, when you look at these negative cards, you're thinking, well, do they really have my best interests at heart? Maybe they do, but maybe they're just too passionate about it, Maybe they just, don't want to, they want things, they have expectations that differ from each other that they both want you to meet. And somewhere, there's got to be middle ground here. And I think, like I said, I do feel this is going to be one of your guides, but I can't really tell you from this reading who that would be.
Well, he may not be
Is it
anyone
Uncle Alan?
that you consciously know now. Maybe they're just sort of there until you're ready to actually, introduce. It's very fascinating, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was an interesting reading. I mean, as soon as I saw that temperance in between, and as soon as I saw that figure, I'm like, that's him. That's the one, you know? So
That's your gatekeeper. So for the work I do, it's Thoth, who is the Egyptian kind of magic god. One of them. Isis is too, of course, but so I appeal to Thoth to help me do my journey.
I mean, he's more an ancestral guide, but you know,
Yes.
why can't he watch out for your good, you know, your well-being here, and have a word with these characters?
Yeah, I get the feeling like, you know, some of them maybe have some minor issues with each other, and you're the person that gets caught in the middle in a way.
In a way, you know, that's yeah. So I think the snake is just along with this time is saying it's still going to take some time to uncoil the snake.
I love the
Get
analogy.
to the bottom of this,
I love
you
the
know.
analogy.
So that's the best I can do with that. But
Yep, that's what it seems like.
all right, good luck with that.
Well, my goodness, what another short evening, but kind of very interesting. There
Some
are
interesting readings
were good,
all
and
the
some
way
of that
around.
stuff happening.
And we did a birthday reading too, so that was
I
kinda
don't know
nice.
if we helped Lisa, but if we did, that's wonderful. However, you know, she returns to us. That's great.
Well, it's good to know that, you know, the coma was just temporary, let's hope. Yeah. And like I said, sometimes the tarot can pick up the emotion involved in the reading. And I really felt at first, like when I saw that 5 of Swords and that 8 of Swords, oh, this is talking about the situation as it is right now, you know, right now. And so maybe Death too is showing that the waking was happening, and Sun being the illuminating card.
I pulled the bottom card because you said that, Violet. No message from the gatekeeper. And I got the upright 7 of Wands, and I think the gatekeeper says, don't take any crap from them. You're in charge of them. You're over them. That's what the gatekeeper says, is you
Oh my
need
gosh.
to know how to assert yourself over them. And you may know you do that, but you just have to make sure they know.
You know, that's a good point too. Guides are here to guide us, not to push us around, not to back us in a corner, not to make us do a bunch of tasks or they're not going to be there for us. They're supposed to be our support group. So I have to agree with Mr. O on that one. You know, just stand up and say, hey, enough of this. It's time for us all to get to work together.
That was the bottom card, and I only pulled it because I saw that you wrote that.
Yeah. All right, so that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right.
And I just got a Charlie horse in my leg
So it's time for us to go.
as I try to straighten. There. Whew.
You're welcome.
I thought I was going to scream out in pain for a minute there.
We're hoping everybody stays warm, doesn't lose power.
Oh my gosh, everybody. If anybody's in the path of storms up and coming, be careful. It looks like, fingers crossed, we might end up with the short end of this. So keep us in mind, but hopefully the way things are turning out, our end of the state seems to have a little bit of protection right now. And I'm hoping it holds for the power too. So if all goes well, you'll see us on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for happy hour. It'll be later because Mr. O will be at work, unless, of course, his library is without power. Then he'll be home.
I'm actually taking this deck, the Egyptian Novu, in to show my coworkers. I'm actually working with 3 of my coworkers that are kind of interested in me doing this stuff. So it should be fun. We'll have an hour so we can play around with it.
So, take care, Violet. Fingers crossed for all of us. And I'm sure the East Coast is going to get smacked with this one pretty good too. So everybody stay alert, be careful, and good luck to your friend Kara. Good luck on your move, Sun Empress Aries. I'm sure that will happen. Happy birthday to Acel. Did I miss anything? I don't know.
Good
Thanks
luck, V. Dating. Maybe February looks better. I don't know.
So sorry about that reading, V. It just didn't look well after all. And Lena's got a pretty good, 6 months ahead, I think, in some areas of her life. So good luck. Good luck to everybody. Take care. Stay safe. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.